Live from beautiful Ohio, it's the OK Boomer podcast featuring siblings, the real Jean and Laura.
Hello. I'm Jean.
And I'm Laura. And we're here to encourage all you boomers, millennials, and everyone to be happily okay together. So how are you this morning?
I am happily okay. And I have a couple questions for you right off the bat, Laura. Are you ready?
No, I need a couple more sips of my turtles in a cup coffee. Oh, it's so good. Okay.
Now tell me about this flavor.
Well, it's door country because I'm in door country, kind of like that Blake Shelton's God Country. Anyway, it's delicious. It's like chocolate and caramel. Oh, all right. I'll take one more sip and I'm ready for your questions.
All right, here I go. First of all, and maybe I've asked you this before, but what's going to happen to buffets?
I was not expecting this.
I know.
It's just these questions out of the blue. What is going to happen to buffets? I don't think are any open anywhere. We used to go to Golden Corral with Mom.
We did. That was fun. Well, I guess why I'm thinking of it, sorry to spring it on you, but why I was thinking of it is we're heading to Florida soon. And there's a couple of favorite buffets that I always love to go to. And I'm thinking I won't be doing that. All right. So that's what we've decided.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my dear. You're going to have to just go to the grocery store and cook.
Oh, great. As long as I can cook by the pool. All right, I have another question for you.
Oh gosh. Okay.
All right, after we talked about Biz Leisure last time.
Yes, we did.
I started looking around at more clothing sites again. You got me inspired. And you know how when you click on one link or go to one site, then it appears everywhere on your social media?
Yes.
So that's what happened to me with Spanx.
Spanx. I've never bought Spanx.
I have not either. And I keep getting, these lovely displays on my Facebook, and they have different kinds of clothing now, too.
Spanx?
Mm-hmm. Leggings and active apparel, quite a range. A really nice looking pair of dress pants, really nice. But I also noticed, and this kind of bothered me a little, and I'm not one to get too bothered about modern things, but they had two products that kind of bothered me. I didn't know if you've heard of them. One is called arm tights.
Did you say arm? Like
arm tights.
Like my right arm?
Yes, and I got the feeling that it was to maybe keep the wobbles from wobbling on your upper arm.
The bat wings on my arms.
Right, it would keep control of those. But I thought, I don't know.
That seems a little mean. Did I tell you one time, this was a long time ago, the OH and I had massages on vacation. Delightful, supposed to be a good experience. And the gal raised my arm and she just started flapping my flaps, my wings. And she was flapping around. I don't know if she thought that would make me feel more relaxed, but I felt very you could hear flapping. It was bad.
And you don't have very big, right? You don't.
But there was flappage.
Maybe arm tights are good for massages, but I agree. I thought that seemed like a little too mean and a little too picky. And then they have another product. Let me hear your thoughts on this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's Booty Boost.
Oh, to lift your, you know what?
Apparently. But there again, I thought, really? We have to tweak that many body parts? You can't just be thankful for our bodies?
That's a big deal, though. That I can barely say the word booty. Yes, I think that's a big deal, though.
All right. Well, I just thought I'd bring that to your attention.
Thank you.
And a few more Biz Leisure comments I heard from our friend Jessie in Wales.
Hi, Jessie.
Yeah, hi. She is going to, the next time I Zoom with her, Zoom, she's going to show me or tell me or let me hear how they say leisure. They do not, apparently, according to her, pronounce leisure the same way we do. So that'll be fun to find out. But she spotted a woman over around Cardiff wearing a maxi dress and trainers.
Shoes?
Yes, I know. I was wondering if
Like
you knew what
are
trainers were.
trainers?
Right. I did not know, and it's only because I've read many, many delightful books set over in the English countryside that they're what we would call tennis shoes or sneakers.
What a fun name
Athletic
for them.
shoes, trainers. Which
Trainers.
kind of makes sense. So a maxi dress and trainers, that seems like a good example of biz leisure.
I like that. Now, I did get this year, just sharing a little bit of my fashion update.
Right.
I bought this year and I've used them all summer and been so pleased, Jean, so pleased with my Sperry's. I got little white Sperry's and they're kind of on a little chunky 1-inch platform. Have worn them everywhere. Wore them to a cocktail party the other day outside. It was a neighborhood outside patio party. I felt so good in them.
Yes, and for people who maybe don't know, it used to be called like a boat shoe.
Yes.
Right.
That's true.
But
People
they
may not
become
know that.
very cute and glamorous. Well, Jessie also had something else to tell me. Because first of all, my OH wanted me to ask her about there's been some cow trampling deaths over in England. So I asked her about that.
This is very serious, and I'm so sorry, but okay, cow trampling.
Well, what happens?
Not cow. What is the thing where they knock cows over?
Yeah, cow tippling or
tipping. Cow tipping. This is
right.
cow trampling. Okay.
No, this comes about because their countryside is set up so that you can have access to farmers. I don't think we really have that same idea here, that when you're out hiking around, you could just hike onto people's farms. They'll give you the right of way. But unfortunately, when you do that, you encounter farm animals who aren't always as happy to see you as you might think. So it can be dangerous. In fact, Jessie said she even had an experience with that. But then in response to that, the whole cow thing that my husband had found, her husband had found something of interest and wanted to ask me about it. Are you with me?
I am following this cow story. Continue.
Okay, cow story's done. We now have the husband of Jessie with a story for us that he wanted to find out about. And he had read a story about river surfing in Ohio.
No. Really? Our Northeast Ohio, our Cuyahoga River?
Well, maybe. Now, I did look it up because I didn't know much about this. But apparently you can actually surf on Lake Erie. It started with these, what do you call it, stand-up paddle boards?
Yes.
And then it's evolved into you can also surf with something similar. But they're also doing it, in addition to on Lake Erie, they're also doing this river surfing down around Dayton.
No kidding. I want to do
so you have
it.
to ask your daughter who lives in that neck of the woods about it.
I will have to. That I who knew. Thank you. It took somebody from Wales, to let us know about river surfing in our own state.
Right. And the article from the BBC started off by saying that Ohio is a landlocked state, which I don't know that we really think of it that way, but I guess technically it is, because you have to be by an ocean or bay, and we're by a Great Lake, but we have plenty of access to nice water, so don't worry about us.
Yeah, I don't consider us landlocked at all. We are by a
So I've had many thoughts this week, many thoughts, as I've shared some of them with you. And originally I was thinking our topic for this week's broadcast should be about more decluttering and organizing. Then I thought, I really think we've talked about that maybe enough for now. In fact, our last broadcast was called, last pod was called The Seasons Go Round and Round. And I'm thinking maybe that's what I'm feeling, more this kind of discombobulated. Yes, the seasons are changing, but the world seems to be going round and round. So maybe that's why I'm feeling this need to declutter and get organized. But like I said, maybe time to move on. And one thing that taught me that is I spent last Saturday afternoon with my son and his fiance, who just got the new house, and they're settling in. And God love them. They have boxes everywhere. And so I went over. What do you think we did?
You decluttered? You went through things? You ate?
Right. You would think that I would have gone, head full of steam right over there to, gosh, we got to get these boxes unpacked. But they were very content to just relax and enjoy the ambience of their home. And I had the best time with them. We just relaxed.
Oh my goodness. It's so rare we just relax.
It was fun. First, we sat in there, what we've christened the TV room. And they, of course, knowing my son, they have a nice big 4K TV. And we had the most fun. We opened Netflix up, and did we watch anything? Not really. What we did is we each commented as the little squares of shows appeared. We commented whether this was a good series or whether we'd like to watch it or whether we have watched it or what was funny about it. It was actually really fun. We could have spent hours doing that.
So you never actually watched a show. You just commented.
Right. Like, oh, yeah, that was really good. That was funny. Oh, that got kind of boring and saggy after season 2 or 3. Very fun. And then we sat outside in their backyard, and that was relaxing. Just a great day. And it really taught me that your home really should be more than just a list of chores.
Yeah. And that's how I see my home way too many times. A list of what can I go through? What drawer can I go through?
Right. I shouldn't just be sitting here relaxing, but it was really fun. So speaking of going through things, Laura.
Yeah.
Got a couple quick things to go through. I have had a list, if you don't mind.
No.
I've had a list of show ideas, possible show ideas for a while. And instead of going through drawers, could we just quickly go through my show list and you can say, yep, that's a topic we should think about, or nope, thank you very much.
I can do this. So these are ideas that have been percolating in your brain.
Right. And I thought instead of worrying so much about getting things done, let me just happily go through this list.
Proceed.
All right. How about this? Should we talk about bell choirs? You and I have always loved bell choirs and even wanted to get bells. Should we talk about that?
Yes.
All
I mean, that's an immediate yes. I don't know that our audience cares that much about bell choirs, but maybe for a hot second we should. I love bells.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a big thumbs up.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Spices.
welcome.
Here's the next one. Spices.
Spices?
Mm-hmm.
Just like how do you say that? Cumin? I don't know.
Turmeric. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, turmeric. You got it.
The health thing, good cooking with spices. So that's a maybe, sounds like.
Leaning towards down. I don't know.
All right, down is fine.
Yeah, I'm just being honest. I'm speaking my truth.
Right. Yeah. And then this isn't really a topic, but I just wanted to tell you again, I still think about washing my brain. When you told us how when you sleep, your brain needs to be washed, I still think about that.
We should maybe research that. And yes, that's still an important topic.
That still interests me.
We need to wash our brains. Yes.
Then I thought these are things that I would like to learn more about. I wish in my life I had learned more about these things. To wit, why don't I know like more names of birds? And why can't I identify birds? Why can't I identify birds by their songs? Same thing with plants, flowers, and trees. Why don't I know more names of things?
Well, we did it one time, probably. We just can't retain it.
I mean, so
did we learn this?
Well, why didn't I? And I would like to learn more about math. I would like to learn more about opera, magic, and knot tying.
Sorry. Oh, okay. This is a very bunch of random thoughts.
But just things I would like to learn more about. Right.
Knot tying. Like macrame. I love macrame.
See, so maybe this is a topic.
Huh. Okay.
So I feel like I'm going to have to save some of these others, but I've got an idea of what you might like to talk about. My last one is, for some reason, I've always wanted to share with you that I have this favorite sound. And it turned out my neighbor likes it too. And we both like the sound of, right over our house, you can hear the planes as they're approaching Cleveland Airport. You can hear them throttle down.
Yes.
And we both do like to hear that sound. I think it reminds me of when you're almost there. You know how when you're on a plane and they throttle down, you know you're going to be landing soon?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite sounds. Just thought I would share that with you, in case you were wondering what a favorite sound was.
I woke up this morning saying, wonder what it is. Now I know.
Yes, you do. So I'd like to hear about your week.
And just
Thank you
quickly,
for listening to all my things. I feel so much better now. I've decluttered my mind, my lists.
and apparently shared your deep inner thoughts on your favorite sounds. I would never have guessed that. I mean, most people would probably say a waterfall, birds singing, children laughing, and yours is a plane throttling down
Well,
overhead.
maybe not my favorite, but yes, it evokes that feeling of a successful trip. So onward with you, my dear.
Well, all right. First off, I must say, you know me, I've always got eye problems.
I thought you had hearing problems. Oh, you do have eye problems.
I do. I definitely have hearing problems. I mean, that's apparent. I need to break down, and maybe that'll be a topic. Would you like to hear about my research on hearing aids?
Well, you know what? I was thinking, yes, I would, but I was thinking we should save that for Christmas because we could start off by singing, "Do You Hear What I Hear?"
Oh, so clever. So clever. This is why you listen to us, for extremely witty comments like that.
I hear, so we'll save that. Yes.
Okay, save that. Note that.
So what else has been going on with you?
All right. Well, first off, I'm doing this whole podcast, mind you, with one contact, and the other eye is bare. It's naked. I've been having problems with, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's allergies. So I'm trying to read all this with one eye, but I feel like I'm doing pretty well.
You are. I never would have guessed.
Yes, persevere even if you only have one contact. All right. Well, I don't know if I think I told you. We had the joy of traveling again, traveling in the COVID, to another baby shower for the baby that's due in December. Went out to, and I never know how to pronounce it, and I should because this is my OH's family. I think it's DeKalb. I don't think it's DeKalb. DeKalb.
Right.
Illinois. They had a lovely shower. Oh, his sister gave just the most beautiful shower. But a couple of things of note. When you're traveling now, this was our very first time in a hotel since the COVID.
Oh, yes.
And I noted that people are very courteous with elevators. There's a whole hotel elevator courtesy thing going on. People are wonderful. Like everyone keeps saying, if we're gathered in the lobby, everybody's like, no, you go ahead and take the elevator, because nobody wants to be on the same elevator together.
Right.
Very courteous. So
good to know. Yes.
Keep that in mind when you travel. Hotel elevator courtesy. Yes, just a little helpful tip for all. So I went to the shower, which was delightful. But guess what, Jean? I chatted with a gal who is just one of our best listeners.
Oh, wow.
She and her daughter. In fact, and hello, I hope you're listening. I so appreciated the fact that you listen all the time. They were so much fun. She and her daughter, I mean, they were hysterical. I told them they should come up with a podcast. They're very funny together. And we discussed a big discussion we had, which I thought was good to bring up here, since we're this platform of sharing news, is in the produce department. What do you do now to get those little plastic bags open to put your produce in?
I have thought about that. I have thought about it. What do they do? So you can't spit on your fingers anymore.
No, that is taboo. No. So it's a struggle. The struggle
is a struggle. It is.
Yes. It is. So we just don't know. Somebody suggested, with the sprayers, when they spray the produce, make sure you get a little of the water on your fingers. I thought that was a great idea.
Oh, that is a great idea. Sometimes I actually have been able to do it
without it.
Yeah, but you're right, not all the time. And good point. Thank you very much. Excellent point.
So thank you to they are from Morris, Illinois, and they're just delightful listeners. So kudos to them. So
I'll think of them in the produce section. Go on.
Every time you're struggling with a bag, think of them. So that was fun. Anyway, so guess what we did last week? You'll never guess. I'll
Okay.
just tell you.
Just tell me.
I
Yeah.
will. You know, we're building a garage and we're trying to build a laundry room to connect to the house, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
So
it's fun to hear about this. Good.
yeah, so the structure is up. Now it's time to pick out new cabinets for laundry room and countertops.
Oh, so you're to the kind of the fun part.
Yeah, the real fun part. But you know me, I have to
Mhm.
research and see everything. So I dragged my dear sweet OH. God love him. We went up to, it's called Mont Surfaces up in Cleveland. Lovely place, beautiful place, huge place. And I think we probably looked at, I don't know, 100 slabs of granite, at least hundreds maybe, up and down the aisle with our little sample of our cabinet. And it's quite a process if anyone has gone through this. So then we weren't sure what we wanted. I dragged us to Cambria, which is that kind of quartzite man-made countertops. Beautiful. And again, I didn't know this. Hartville, Ohio, our very own Hartville, still considered kind of Northeast Ohio, is where Cambria headquarters is.
Right. And that's for a farming area, I would think of.
Yes, Amish farming, cooking, good coconut cream pies. But alas, they have a big Cambria warehouse with, again, just so many slabs of Cambria. So I made the OH look at every slab. We walked out saying, I don't know, just nothing's hitting us. Nothing's hitting us. So what did we do? We went to the Hartville hardware store. Now, let me tell you, Jean, this place is huge. Huge. Just huge. And we wandered through all their different kitchens. And lo and behold, there was a kitchen set up with this particular Cambria. And it was very pretty. And I was getting excited and thinking maybe this will work. But the clincher.
Wait, can you just describe it briefly? So after you've looked at hundreds of slabs.
And my brain was swirling.
Your brain was swirling just like all the slabs. And I don't know if people have done this before, but when you're saying slabs, the places I've gone to, the slabs are gigantic.
Oh yeah, they're I don't know, 6 feet by 8 feet, at least 9 feet. I mean, they're big.
Yes,
they're bigger than my OH in real life when he's actually not 3 feet tall, like in the dream.
Right,
yes, they're
big,
huge.
so you really can see all the veins and the coloring.
Yes.
So what were the veins and coloring of this one? That
kind of has some. It's called Britannica Gold Cambria. It's got grays and kind of coppers and browns and creams. It's gorgeous. But I still wasn't convinced until, dear sweet, and this is a shout out to Katie at Hartville Hardware. She came over, she glanced, she looked at my sample, and I'm trying to match, this is the problem. I'm trying to match yellowed cabinets that I've had for 20 years, but they're still beautiful, but they're not the new white. So she came over, and you know what she did? This is where you can come full circle in life in an instant. She brought me a gorgeous kind of bronzy copper handle, a knob. It all came down to the knob. She placed it on the cabinet and the Cambria, and voila, it's paradise. It's perfect. The search is over.
So that's what tied it all together?
It's a knob. Yes. Yes.
Thank goodness for her.
Yes.
I never would have thought a knob would be that important. The hardware was important.
Hardware was very important. So thank you, Hartville Hardware. Not a sponsor, but we thank you.
Yes.
So that was my.
And I've heard that Hartville Hardware, you were alluding to this. It's gigantic. You could spend all day there.
We pretty much did. Yes. Yes. And they even have
this huge place, and it came down to a little drawer pull.
A little knob that's probably 1 inch by 1 inch made the difference. So the tiniest thing in life can change your world.
Oh my! Da, da, da,
da, da, da, da, profound moment.
Ding. So when do you think this is all going to wrap up? Your kitchen project?
I don't know. Maybe February, March. I don't know.
Okay.
You can't get supplies. It's awful, but now we have a plan.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
So what, anything else been going on? Like, well done with all that.
Yeah. No, I think that's about it. But overall, life is good. Life is good.
Right. And one thing we have some exciting news is that we have a new official staff position.
Oh, yes, we do. We do.
Right. On our podcast, we are happy to announce we have a new position called Dream Weaver.
Dreamweaver. Who sang
And
that?
we have delighted that we were able to fill this position with Bibiana Krall.
Yes.
She has a website, bibianakrall.com, filled with wonderful essays on writing and life and what she sees and thinks, which is all fantastic. And she's very active on Twitter, a good friend to all. And she has agreed to be our dream weaver. And what was she saying about your dream last time?
Oh my gosh, it was fascinating. I encourage you. I mean, there's a lot to read. I'm encouraging you to go to her website. I think it was under, is it Dream Mirrors? I forget. But
yeah.
It's wonderful. Just so interesting about why I had him shrunk down and the pile of dirt and maybe dispersing things out in life with this dirt. It's very interesting.
And she had good advice. She had good advice for you.
Great advice. Yes, she is excellent. You really need to read it from her
blog. She thought maybe you should, you and your OH should go on a weekend trip together.
Yes, which I like that. I shared that with the OH. And now we know hotel elevator courtesy rules.
So you might go away. I think that's part of what she was sensing was you're going through a time of unease and uncertainty, which is actually what we were talking about at the beginning of this podcast. I think we're all feeling a little swirly and heading into new seasons and new times and world events. And look what happens. You need to take time out for yourself and relax a little. That's
even suggest he was taking a nice fall walk, which we have done that. Took a very nice long walk the other day. So I need more OH time. He'll like that.
Need more OH, more relaxing. I need to not worry about unpacking the boxes, getting rid of the clutter. I need to sit and just enjoy my family.
There you go. Although
lessons from this week. So here's to relaxing, taking a deep breath, getting rid of the to-do list. Thank you for sharing all this, Laura. I feel so much better.
I'm glad you do, although I'm not sure I can get rid of my to-do list. I would just wake up every morning and not know where to begin.
But maybe we won't. Well, anyhow, we're not beginning now. We need to end, and it's up to you.
Oh, we're ending already?
Don't you think?
I guess. I feel like I have so much more to say.
Well,
I do. I'll wait till next podcast, but I do want to tell you a few little items I purchased that have made a pretty nice difference in my kitchen. So,
well, tell us one right now, and then you could sign us off. Great.
All right. Just quickly, I got leveled, tiered shelves, just small little things I picked up at Lowe's for like $10 maybe, and I have my soup cans on them, and they're in tiered shelves, so now I can see all my hundreds of soup cans. Maybe 40 cans. But so now every time I open my little pantry door, I go, because I can see all my cans. It brings such joy.
So you're right. You're right. That is an example of how organization can help and can bring you joy. All right, tell me one more. I love this. Tell me one more.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yep.
Only if we have time. Lids. For all the years we have been married, my OH cringes every time I get a pot out of my little cabinet because the lids go flying. Now, why it took me 60 years of my life to decide I needed a divider. It's like a folding file divider kind of thing for all your lids, for your pots and pans. No more clinking.
Wow, that is another great thing.
Yeah.
You're right. So we can have it all. We can stay calm and relaxed, but a little touch of organization does help.
There you go.
Well done. Oh my gosh, I feel so blessed having chatted with you.
Me too. Thank you, Jean. All right, I guess I do need to sign off. Do I need to sign off?
Well, yes, but we'll be back.
We will be back. Indeed, we will. All right. So let me grab I hope I can read this with one eye. It could be a struggle. Okay. You can find us. Where can you find us? At contact@okboomerpod.com. That's if you want to email us. See, I need my other contact. Or you can go to okboomerpod.com. That's where you can find all our episodes.
Yep.
Or you can go to Twitter or Insta, as the kids say, at OK_boomerpod. And then I guess, is that it? Oh, we want to thank Pat. We always like to thank Pat at Speak Up Talk Radio. What you got?
I'm sorry. Love you.
No, I said what you got. Not sure why I said that, but what do you have in signing us off?
I think I'm just going to say I love you and toodles.
Well, there you go. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Toodles.
Be sure to come back to beautiful Ohio and the OK Boomer podcast. To listen to previous episodes or to drop us a line, visit okboomerpod.com.